Okay, so in this video, I want to show you the best subject line hack that I found in the over 4 years that I've been doing email marketing for e-commerce brands. And I want you to take a look at this picture. So let me explain. In Klaviyo, you can send a campaign to many different segments. Then you can go into the settings or the results of a campaign and see the results for of each individual segment that you send this campaign to, right? So you can analyze what's going on, who's responding better, worse, and all of that. And that's what we did here with one of our client partners. And as you can see, this first group had 55% open rate, and the lower performing group had 45% open rate. So that's a 10% difference, which is huge. And also, this group had a higher click rate, so 1% higher click rate, a higher placed order rate, and the revenue per recipient was like 10 times higher as well. So what's the difference? What's this hack that I'm talking about? Because that's what you're here today for. So let me tell you. And it's not as much a hack as a hack because, uh, like I told you in the intro of this video, this email was the same for each one of these groups. So there wasn't a difference. There wasn't a difference in the actual email. So the email was the same. The subject line was the same. The preview text was the same. The copy, the design, everything was the same. What changed was the segment receiving the email. So maybe you're guessing what the difference is already, because we didn't change anything else. We just selected a few different segments in Klaviyo to send this campaign to, so then we can analyze the different behavior between these segments. So the email was exactly the same, yet there's a group who had 10% higher open rate, 1% higher click rate, higher place order rate, and higher revenue per recipient. And let me tell you what's the difference and what's the hack, if there ever was one. And it's this: the people who opened, clicked, and purchased more were the repeat customers. As you can see, we have four different groups. The first one is repeat customers, then we have one-time customers, then we have customers as a whole, and then we have non-customers. So non-customers were the lowest performer or the poorest performance in this campaign, and the repeat customers were the best performers in this campaign. And it's funny because most people try and tell you to use different subject lines, hacks, power words, emojis, space, lower caps, whatever, to get higher open rates. But at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the relationship the people receiving this email have with you and your brand. Repeat customers are more invested in your brand because they by definition have invested more money with your brand. They are more invested in your brand. They are the ones that are more likely to pay attention to whatever you have to say. So if you could do this on your social media, if you could sometimes do this and see, for example, your Instagram comments, and segment this by customers, non-customer, repeat customers. Repeat customers will be the most engaged. And this goes for all other social media, your YouTube, and so on, and even your ads. So there's not a hack that can replace the true relationship that you have with the person on the other side of the communication, whether that's an email, an ad, an SMS, whatever. So you cannot hack your way into higher open rates. And it's important because as much as you like to use clickbaity subject lines, use curiosity, there's always a limit to what you can improve. So, in a way, if you want to get higher open rates, get a bigger pool of customers first. So optimize your entire funnel for first customer profitability. Create a profitable funnel all from your Facebook ads, your Instagram ads, your call funnels, your landing pages or tutorials, whatever you're using to make your first sale profitable, and just scale that as much as possible with volume. And then on the back end, you can email them and they'll pay more attention because they have paid you money. So that's the hack. And this is a behavior we see across with all of our clients. The customers, specifically the repeat customers, but as you can see, the customers overall are more invested, are more engaged with our emails. So some I've been discussing with a few brand owners and CMOs, and the question is always who to send campaigns to. Do we send emails to our entire list, a segment? What do we do? And truth is that if you're using a software like Klaviyo, that can get expensive, to be honest, if you're not using it properly, that is. And there's a point, especially for those brands selling outside of the US. There's a point where you might even be losing money by sending an email. It's very rare. It normally happens. I've seen this happen once with a brand that was outside the US in South America, in Brazil specifically, where it is possible that you're losing money by each email sent because each send has a price depending on how many people you're sending to. So you will always want to send to the people who are most likely to engage, and that where segmentation enters the scene with different types of segmentations that you can do to weed out those who are not engaging and so on. But that's for another topic. What are the takeaways for you? First, clickbait, the subject lines, all of that can only get you so far. If someone is not interested in your brand, they won't simply open your emails. Doesn't matter how much clickbait you use. At the end of the day, what matters is the sender name, the brand, the person sending the actual email. That is what determines. That's the factor that tells that your subscribers consider when deciding to open an email or not. Do I like this brand? Do I care about this brand and what they are selling? They might have moved over your products or not your products. Maybe don't take this personally, but your category as a whole, maybe they're not interested anymore, and whatever subject line you use, they simply won't open your emails. Instead, if they were your customers, the likelihood they open your emails is much higher. So that is the takeaway. In another video, I'll be touching on another subject line hack, so to speak, but this one is more of a strategy as to what makes a subject line sell versus just get an open. So in the meanwhile, subscribe to my newsletter if you want to get more email marketing tips. The link is gonna be in the description of this video or in the first comment. All right, bye.